My name is Sreenath Natarajan, a software professional and author of a book, The Success Algorithm, Unleashing Your Full Potential in the Software World. Let me begin with a simple question. Have you faced any setbacks in your life? Please raise your hands. So now, try to recall what steps you have all followed to overcome from setbacks. Today, I would like to tell a story of a boy from remote village who made transition from regional medium into English medium. I'll be focusing on the kind of struggles he faced, whether he decided to give up or he fought valiantly to overcome from setbacks. Let's dive. A small town, a 6-year-old boy, happily living with his parents. Both of them are working. One fine day, his mother transferred to a distant location. Unfortunately, she was not able to pay much attention towards his son, which made this boy to move to his grandmother village, where he continued his education in regional medium. Years passed. The high school period came. His parents were in dilemma whether to move him into regional English medium or continue his education in regional medium. So when they were in ambiguity, they tried to ask some people. Some of them give negative opinion because the boy was never used to speak much. They think this boy is dull boy. But his mother took a bold decision by moving him to English medium. So similarly, in our life, a calculated amount of risk is required to achieve anything. This boy, without knowing all these things, simply entered the class. How many of you seen outer movie? Please raise your hands. So it's like, right? It's completely new world. Similarly, the boy felt so. So when his class teacher asked him to introduce, he fumbled. It didn't take much time for some of his classmates to realize this boy is not good at English at all. They hesitated to approach him. The boy felt alone. Not only that, his struggle continued in academics as well, because whatever he studied so far were completely in regional medium. Now, English seems to be a very daunting task for him. For every word, he used to refer dictionary, try to understand the meaning, and then he was trying to understand the concepts. So it was those times when all of the students spending a beautiful time in the ground, like having fun. This guy was holding the dictionary, trying to understand what was taught in the class. It was those times when all of the students enjoying the movie, this guy was holding the book and trying to understand the things. Of course, he's just 14 years old boy, and he also wanted to enjoy those privileges. Unfortunately, his struggle, his goals were not allowing him to do so. By observing the way he studied, some people call him as bookworm. The boy felt completely down. He went to his father and told, "Dad, I think I'm in the wrong place. Can you move me into different school?" His father thought for a while and told, "Okay, son, it's not difficult for me to move you into different school. But I want to ask you a simple question. What you do if you face same problem in new school as well?" The boy didn't have any answer. His father continued, "See, if you decide to run away from the problem, it will be a never-ending story. Similarly, in our life as well, when we face problem, if we choose to run away from the problem, our life will be a marathon. We will not be able to solve any problems." His father continued, "Look, my son, I totally understand the kind of difficulties you are facing. But remember, these are not permanent. You will be all right over the time. You should never ever give up. Even in our life, when we face any difficulties, when we try to approach our goals, we should never ever give up." And his father and the boy told, "Okay, Dad, I totally agree with your point. But what about the case? Some people call me as a bookworm." His father laughed and he told, "Look, why are you going to school? The boy told, Dad, I'm going to school just to gain the knowledge and to pass my 10th class examination. His father continued, okay, since you are clear about your goals, but why are you getting distracted from your goals? Similarly, in our life, when we set our goals, the distractions are common. We have to maintain our focus to move towards our goals. And by hearing this, the boy became very happy, because when we assume, and his father told, after 3 long years, imagine you're holding your 10th class marks card, and that shows distinction. How do you feel? The boy tried to imagine and he felt happy. So in our life, when we try to visualize our success, how do you feel? Right? Will we get motivated? Right? Similarly, the boy felt so. From that time onwards, he started focusing 100% efforts on his studies. Whatever the concepts he understood, whatever the concept he studied, he tried to practice the same thing in the home, and some of the concepts he tried to apply in practice as well. For example, in the mathematics, when he learned permutations and combinations, he used to apply same thing when buying vegetables. Every day, after he never used to have any backlogs. Before sleep and as soon as he wake up, he tried to visualize as if those questions came during the examinations. He used to make use of his commute time, even the leisure time. Wherever possible, he used to study. As the time progresses, he still didn't get success. The boy was feeling down. One fine day, he went to his mother and explained about his situation. His mother smiled and told, look, my son, do you remember the story of Chinese bamboo tree which I told some time back? It took 5 long years just for the roots to spread inside the earth. But within 2 years, it will grow like a tree. Similarly, your efforts may not giving success right now. But believe, you have to believe that over the time you will get success. The boy, impressed by whatever his mother told, and he continued. From that time, over the time, as the time elapsed, one fine day, the class teacher came with the marks cards. It's a consolidated marks cards. The boy was feeling nervous. When this boy's turn came, after looking at his marks card, his class teacher, became so happy and told to everyone, look, this guy came from remote village. Now, he outscored all of you. He secured full marks in all the subjects. Everybody got mesmerized. They gave him a huge clap. For this boy, it is not the full marks that impressed him. It's a round of clap that made him to believe that he came here not just to survive, but to thrive. From that time, his attitude and behavior completely changed. He started focus on continuous learning. He used to work on the feedbacks which is shared by his class teacher and some of his classmates. Over the time, 3 years passed. In the preparatory examination, he stood number second in the entire district, in entire school. And in the final examinations, while other students feeling nervous, this guy considers examination as a process. And in the public examination, he not only secured 95%, but also stood number second in the entire district. His name came in the newspaper, and an article about him is written as a motivational story. So, it doesn't matter where you came from. It doesn't matter what your background is. What it matters is your belief, your attitude, your work. So, he is the same boy who hailed from remote village, never thought that he is going to become an iconic star in his 10th class. The lessons which I learned from this story is, setbacks are common. We need to be resilient. Focus on the solutions rather than on the problems. And more importantly, it's a belief. It's a belief that will take us towards our success. Now, do you wonder who that boy is? A film star, cricket player, businessman, or a common man? This boy is none other than myself. Yes, it's my own story of struggle, disappointment, frustration, anger, and how I converted all of them into a process that leads to success. When an ordinary person like me can achieve all these things during very young age, why can't you all achieve? I would like to term the story as Rise Beyond Dreams, which emphasizes resilience, continuous learning, and consistency, which lead to success. Thank you.